crazy amount of power for one piece of technology, and it's happened to us so fast.
Tomorrow could be one of the biggest AI release days of the year, or absolutely nothing could happen. OpenAI's Codex lead just said Codex will have Astra. Sam Altman says OpenAI wants the model generally available, and deleted references to an internal model called Mu4 are now fueling a Thursday launch theory. At the same time, a new DeepSeek V5 rumor claims a September release, Mythos-level performance, and dramatically lower costs. If either story lands, the entire AI model ranking could change overnight. So, here's what is actually confirmed, what is still rumor, and whether Astra has a real shot at arriving tomorrow. Every source I go through is linked in the description. Quick timestamp, I'm recording this on Wednesday night, August 19. If OpenAI releases something before this video goes live, I will put the update in the pinned comment. And before we go any further, 2 important corrections. OpenAI has not officially said Astra is GPT-6, and Astra was not the model involved in the Hugging Face security incident. OpenAI has now clarified that multiple times. Those 2 claims are being repeated all over X, but neither one is currently established. Let's start with the official evidence, because the real story is already crazy enough. On August 1, OpenAI publicly named Astra while releasing a collection of 10 advances in mathematics and theoretical computer science. OpenAI described the system as its next major model. The company says an internal version of Astra generated arguments that resolved or substantially advanced 10 long-standing problems. OpenAI also published manuscripts, reasoning walkthroughs, and machine-checkable lean certificate. That does not tell us its public product name, price, context window, or release date, but it establishes that Astra is not just an anonymous codename appearing in a random screenshot. It is a real OpenAI model family, and OpenAI considers it a major generational release. Then, 6 days later, the Astra story became much more serious. OpenAI said preliminary evaluations showed a major jump in agentic coding and cybersecurity performance. The results were strong enough that the company could no longer rule out Astra reaching the critical cybersecurity threshold under its preparedness framework. For comparison, GPT 5.6 Sol was evaluated at high, not critical. OpenAI's shorter X post described the company as treating Astra as its first critical cybersecurity model. The longer article is more precise. OpenAI had not completed the assessment, but the preliminary evidence was serious enough that critical capability could not be ruled out. That distinction matters. OpenAI did not say Astra had completed a real cyber attack. It said the model may be capable enough that the company must apply its highest security controls while testing continues. On that same day, Sam Altman posted that Astra is powerful and that OpenAI is working toward making it generally available. He also said OpenAI does not believe powerful models should be restricted to a small chosen group. Because of Astra's cyber capabilities, however, OpenAI needs more time to release it safely. The final part of his message was, essentially, hopefully not very much more time. That is one of the strongest signals that OpenAI intends to release Astra outside a tiny private testing group. It also reads like a shot at Anthropic's strategy with Mythos preview. Anthropic explicitly decided not to make that model generally available and instead restricted access to a selected group of organizations. Sam did not name Anthropic in the Astra post, so calling it a direct attack would be interpretation, but the contrast is difficult to miss. Most importantly, Sam did not provide a date. He did not say August 20, he did not say next week, he only said OpenAI needed a little longer. Then over the weekend, Thibaut Sotio posted a short status update about Codex. The post included a series of quick statements about reliability, resets, and Codex being open source. But the final line was the one everyone noticed. Will have Astra. This is a genuine public statement from someone directly associated with Codex, and it is the strongest evidence that Astra is intended to become part of the Codex product. But read exactly what it says. It tells us where Astra is going. It does not tell us when. It does not say Astra will launch on Thursday. It does not say whether Astra will become Codex's default model, an optional high compute mode and enterprise-only model, or a limited research preview. Still, when this appeared only days after Sam said OpenAI was working toward general availability, the launch rumors accelerated immediately. Now we get into the leak stack. An AI watcher named Chetas Lua claims OpenAI removed references to Mu4 from 52 pull requests on August 7th. According to the claim, the references were removed approximately 2.5 hours after OpenAI published its Astra cybersecurity disclosure. The same account says Mu4 then appeared 6 days later in edit history associated with OpenAI's public codex repository. A screenshot allegedly shows Mu4 being used as an independent code reviewer. A separate leak account has gone further, claiming Mu4 is Astra's latest dog food checkpoint and possibly a release candidate being prepared for a near-term launch. That is interesting, but none of it proves a release date. A reference appearing in repository history can show that an internal name existed. It cannot prove the model's architecture, capability, public product name, or deployment schedule. Mu4 could be an Astra checkpoint, a reviewer model, an internal evaluation service, a temporary dog food build, or a component related to Astra without being the public model itself. Removing the name could mean OpenAI was hiding an imminent launch. It could also be ordinary confidentiality cleanup after someone realized an internal identifier had been exposed publicly. The honest conclusion is that Mu4 is a meaningful clue, but the connection to Astra and a Thursday release remains unverified. So where did August 20 come from? Not from OpenAI. The Thursday theory is being built from several circumstantial signals. Tebow says Codex will have Astra. Mu4 reportedly appeared in Codex-related repository history. One leak account claims Mu4 is a release candidate. Sam says OpenAI only needs a little longer. And people are combining those clues with OpenAI's release cadence and assuming Thursday is the day. That makes a near-term launch plausible. It does not make August 20th confirmed. As of this recording, there is still no official launch event, no Astra model card, no public API identifier, no pricing, no rate limits, no ChatGPT availability announcement, and no Astra entry in OpenAI's public model list or release notes. There is also some major counter evidence. On August 18th, OpenAI published a detailed update saying it had temporarily slowed frontier model development. OpenAI revealed that it instituted a 2-week pause in reinforcement learning training on its latest models intended for deployment. Its largest planned frontier reinforcement learning run remained on hold. OpenAI also said that while some Astra training and evaluation workloads now meet the new security requirements, a significant number remain paused. That is not the language you would normally expect 48 hours before a completely unrestricted global release. However, it does not make every possible release impossible. OpenAI could theoretically release a frozen checkpoint that has already completed training. It could place Astra inside Codex under tighter isolation. It could provide a limited preview without enabling its strongest cyber tools. Or it could give access only to selected paid accounts while broader training continues. That is my inference, not an announced OpenAI plan. My current read is this: a full Astra launch across ChatGPT, Codex, and the API tomorrow is possible, but the public evidence does not make it the most likely outcome. May limited Codex preview or controlled rollout within the coming weeks is more consistent with everything OpenAI has actually said. While everyone was watching OpenAI, a second rumor started spreading. A viral X post claims DeepSeek V5 is coming in September. The post also claims the model has surpassed Mythos level performance, will be more powerful, and will be significantly cheaper to operate. Other accounts repeated the rumor and added that V5 is supposedly being built from scratch on a new foundation. Here's the problem. I could not find an official DeepSeek announcement confirming any of that. There is no DeepSeek V5 model card. There is no V5 API identifier. There is no official benchmark. There is no verified V5 repository. There is no announced September event, and there is no evidence explaining what outperformed Mythos actually means, which version of Mythos was tested, or what evaluation was supposedly used. Most of the posts spreading this story repeat nearly identical wording without providing an original document or independent source. That can make one rumor look like 10 separate leaks, when it is really the same unsupported claim being recycled. DeepSeek moved V4 Pro into general availability on August 13th across its app, website, and API. The company says the updated model substantially improves agent performance. It supports low, high, and maximum reasoning effort, uses a 1 million token context window, supports as many as 384,000 output tokens, and natively supports the OpenAI Responses API. DeepSeek has even published official instructions for using V4 directly inside Codex. That tells us something important about the company targeting agentic coding, tool use, long-running work, and compatibility with the same development systems that people currently use with OpenAI models. It also explains why the cheaper V5 rumor is spreading so quickly. Even after DeepSeek's recent price increase, V4 Pro's peak output price is listed at $3.96 per million tokens. GPT 5.6 Sol's listed output price is $30 per million tokens. That is not proof that the two models provide equal performance. Price per token is not the same as price per completed task. DeepSeek creates a future V5 model that approaches Mythos class or Astra class performance while retaining that cost advantage would be a major event. It is completely normal to assume DeepSeek is researching future successors. That is different from having evidence that the successor is officially called V5, launches in September, or already beats Mythos. The bigger story is not simply GPT-6 versus DeepSeek V5. It is that the frontier is shifting away from chatbots and towards systems that can work independently for much longer periods. Astra's official evidence centers on mathematical research, agentic coding, cybersecurity, formal verification, and difficult tasks that require persistent reasoning. DeepSeek's latest official V4 update centers on agents, tool use, coding environments, long context, and compatibility with systems like Codex. Until one of those appears, September and Mythos level performance remain rumors. Here's the headline I'm comfortable standing behind. Astra appears closer to a product than it did 2 weeks ago. Sam Altman says OpenAI wants general availability. The Codex team has publicly said Codex will have Astra, and the Mu4 trail suggests some form of internal Codex testing may already be happening. But August 20 is not an official OpenAI date, and the company's latest safety update gives us a serious reason to doubt an unrestricted public launch tomorrow. DeepSeek V5 is even earlier. My successor is completely plausible. But the September date, Mythos comparison, and performance claims currently come from unverified social media posts rather than DeepSeek. That is still worth tracking because both stories point in the same direction. More autonomous models, longer running agents, much stronger coding, and an increasingly aggressive battle over who can deliver frontier capability at the lowest cost. Every source I covered is linked in the description, so you can check all of it yourself. Subscribe, because if Astra appears in Codex tomorrow, or if DeepSeek publishes anything real about V5, I am testing it immediately.